5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln. Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at copplecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy today. With an afternoon high near 71. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, partly cloudy. A low near 48. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day. Otherwise, partly sunny with a high near 64. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clinton from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Early break wrap. What do you have?
Oh, yeah. Good.
When someone orders a wrap, I want to go come across the table.
No wrap.
What do you guys have? What's your best wrap?
No.
What's your
so
was that buffalo chicken? That's incredible. Yeah. When you say I want to get, I'm going to stop where they have great wraps. I want to throw a punch.
Here's one too that I encountered
with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
Make your move fun and easy with the help of Movers and Shakers. Movers and Shakers is homegrown, female-led, and ready to help make your transition to a new space as seamless as possible. They excel at residential and commercial moving jobs, as well as offer home cleanouts and junk removal services. Moving into a new place is stressful enough, so let Movers and Shakers ease the transition. Give them a call today at 712-899-6265 or book your move online at www.moversandShakersNE.com today.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back. It is May 1st. May 1st. It is a beautiful day down here at the capital city. 1040 O Street. We got a big crowd in there, Nick. I think they're from maybe the local establishment called Nelnet. I see all the N's on the shirts and the T-shirts there. AGZ, a lot of Nelnet people in the house. I was walking in and I seen them coming from O Street, so I'm able to jog a little bit. So I jogged and grabbed my coffee first because it was going to be a deep line. AG, what's it like in Houston, my man? Good morning, brother.
Man, good morning, AD and crew. Making Raff. It is 78 and sunny out right now.
AG, I think you got to change something with your mic because it's coming through your computer instead of your microphone. It's a little less clear than what we're used to. But good morning, AD. Good morning, fellas. Raff is not here yet. He should be here.
Maybe he's walking the dogs.
Maybe he lost track of time. Forgot we did a show at 9 a.m. But either way, no. Raff or AD, I have to formally congratulate you right off the bat on your Pittsburgh Pirates getting a victory last night.
Hey, fighting it out.
I have to formally congratulate you.
Appreciate that.
You guys won 4-3. Now it was not a pretty win by any means.
No, it was an ugly win for sure, but a win's a win.
Thank you, AG.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And the Cubs bullpen continues to be trash. And so, it wasn't the offense, it wasn't the starting pitching, just like the same recipe over and over and over again is. But here we are. I'm congratulating you.
AG, you may know this. Nick, you may know this, but there's a certain song they play in Pittsburgh. You know what that song is, Nick?
It's probably not as good as Go Cubs Go.
Oh yeah, they go hardcore. They got an actual rock band song. Hey, see, this getting me hyped for football right here.
AG, put it in your veins, AG.
Unfortunately, we can't play any more of it, so I got to turn that off. We got
copyright, AD. You gotta know that stuff.
It's amazing. No, I know that it's amazing how the Cubs song, we just play that, from A to Z. Go Cubs go, go Cubs go.
The Go Cubs go song.
Yeah, that's who is that? Eagle, the Eagles or
Renegade Sticks.
Oh, Sticks. Okay, the other really cool rock band from the 80s.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed.
It's nothing personal. I like that song. However, we just, we don't want us to get muted on the video stream.
You're exactly right. On a serious note, though, AG, I'm going to have to send you this if you didn't see it already. I sent it to a few of the cats. There was a fan.
Yeah, I saw that he fell
see that,
21. No, I didn't see it. I just read about it getting ready for the show. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to get to the end of the article. Hopefully, he's okay or they're okay. But they fell 21.
Man.
They had I'm assuming, like fans do, going for the foul ball or a ball in the stands and fell over. Had a 21-foot drop. So I hope they're okay.
Yeah,
there was just to give context, there was a play going on, and it was away from that wall. He fell off the Roberto Clemente 21-foot wall. But if you watch closely, guys, he like jumps up, and it almost appears to me like he was going to go streak on the field. Like that's what it appeared, because whether there was, I'm sure there was alcohol involved, right? But he was shirtless, and it's not like we're sitting here in the middle of July with the weather in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at 95 degrees. But either way, it's still really scary, really alarming. And what happened was, like I said, the play wasn't even close to his area of the field, but it looked like he landed towards the upper part of his body and was motionless for the entire time. They rushed the medical staff out there. They tended to him on the field for about 5 minutes or so, and then took him off the field on a stretcher. And that's all we know. And so, yeah, very, very scary situation. There was that fan a couple of years ago that passed away because they fell from the second or third level at Yankee Stadium.
It was way up there where they
I mean,
fell
it was, so this is not the first time that this happens, but it's super rare. And it's really scary, guys.
You guys, wasn't there one also in Jacksonville or something in Florida about a year or two ago at a football game where a fan fell as well? I was pretty bad. Text line helped me out with that. I know there was one at a football game as well where a fan lost their life. But yeah, man, just a horrible situation, because I was keeping track of that game, and just like after something like that, it's kind of like, who even cares?
Yeah.
You're just making sure because that did not look good at all.
No, it's scary. And the worst part is you saw like the center fielder and the right fielder. So the Cubs were in the field at the time, and you saw the center fielder and the right fielder kind of turn around, because I would assume that they heard it. I mean, a 21-foot fall is pretty high up there. And it was cool because, and I do appreciate this, like the Pirates, they had a camera on the Pirates dugout, and they saw it instantly, and they motioned that they needed to get people out there, just because, like we said, the guy just wasn't moving. So it wasn't going. He wasn't going for a home run. It's not like there was a ball that was close to his section.
No, it was nothing there.
That's why it's almost easy to sit there and say probably that there was some alcohol involved, and unfortunately maybe thought he could have landed the 21-foot jump.
Hey, no, I don't know about like what I just pulled it up on YouTube. It literally looked like he just like something startled him and he jumped up out of his seat.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm seeing right now.
Not entirely sure what happened there, but we do have Christopher Raff that's in the building. Raffy, what's up?
What's up?
Hello, how's everyone today?
Doing swell. I was formally congratulating AD on the Pittsburgh Pirates victory last night.
You will be so proud of me, Nick Sainert. I mean, so proud of me. I made an honest attempt last night to try and find the Cubs Pirates game.
Is that right?
Yes, I actually looked for it. So I was very proud of myself, because that would have been the first baseball game of the season that I sat down and watched the entire one, but I could not find it. So
that's okay. That's okay. You need to purchase MLB TV. That's all it is. It's basically Red Zone, just has every single MLB game. And that's the only thing that's ever on my TV once March 28th hits.
Yeah. Bare necessities. Watch the highlights on SportsCenter.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I don't know. If Bobby Witt keeps on hitting, I might just have to get the Royals Network 24/7.
That's right. Exactly. What I was going to say, so today, though, the Cubs and Pirates play their third and final game of the series. Here's the thing, AD. 11:35 first pitch.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it while I'm working. I've got some things to take care of, but Nate in Dorchester says Pirates are 12-19. Let them have a win every now and then, just not the Cubs' expense. Cubs are 18-13, 6 games up on those last plays. Buccos, Nate in Dorchester. And Nate, yes, it was in Texas. Thanks for finding that for me. At a Rangers game. It was a few years back. A dad that passed away at that. But yeah, unknown texture 3764. Definitely no Cubs note today. not having that mess.
No, that's the guy that tweeted in or texted in yesterday and was mad at me. So he says, "Play it, Nick. No Cubs, no Cubs, no.
No
It's
Cubs, no.
no Cubs, go."
Yeah, that's
So,
why I love the no part on there
Yeah,
in particular. You guys, I got a question for all of you. You know, I've just been, when you just get old like me, you just think of crazy things. Would you rather? AG, Raff, and Nick, text line. Would you rather, if you had to choose one for the rest of your life, would you eat steak, or would you eat pork? Steak. Or pork?
If I'm choosing,
you had to choose. Raff, you go first.
I'm doing steak.
Pork for all your life. It can't be one of the. You choose one or the other. If you're going to have it, you don't have to have it every day. But if you're going to choose one,
steak, beef.
Yeah, is that a question? Go ahead.
Real beef.
Go ahead, Raff.
I'm going to go with pork.
Pork. One reason why.
Carolina pulled pork sandwich. Yes.
No.
Okay.
AG, he's going with pork. AG, what you going with? You would have put yours out there. What you going with, bro?
Yeah, I already said beef. I'm going with some real. I'm gonna buy me a few cows, and then as farmers used to do back in 100 years ago. I'm gonna do my beef.
Do the beef.
Yeah.
Do farmers not do it nowadays?
Yeah, they do. I just say it's not highly known. That's why I said it.
Okay.
It's not talked about like every day. About this time 100 years ago in 1925, a farmer would talk about, "Hey man, we got the cow, we slaughtered them today, and we're gonna share it with half the family over there." It was a normal conversation piece. Now today is like if you bring up anything doing with animals, you might get called up on PETA. So you just gotta be careful.
I will say I have a couple of buddies that have actually when they graduated high school, they went out and became like ranchers out in the Wyoming and stuff. And one of them actually messaged me on Instagram about 2 years ago and was like, "Hey Nick, I got some cows. Would you like to buy half of a cow?" And I wanted to so badly, but I didn't have the freezer space. The most important part of that process,
of course, is freezer space. Yes,
that people don't think about or consider is, do I have the necessary freezer space to haul half of a cow?
Yes.
And in reality, a lot of people do not. And so I do now, though. I have freezer space now. So, my friend Josh Andreessen, if you're listening, I'll happily take it. But no, the half a cow. I hope to one day buy a cow. And I feel like that's as Nebraskan as you can get.
Yeah, that's Midwest. That's country. That's down here in Texas, Florida, all the way back to California ranchers. Yeah, that is a normal thing among ranchers because that's the way of life, basically.
Rubber Duck LinkedIn says steak. That even a question. Steak, chicken. Old Dad 34 says I say steak.
Man, beef ribs are the best.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Big Bird, can I take the steak, be grounded up? I'll take beef all day. Money G in Kansas. That is a great looking picture of some steaks on the text line. My in-laws are hog farmers.
Yeah, that's right.
But they have cows too.
Okay.
I'm caught in between. But I like bacon. I like bacon bits.
But what's more sustainable?
Yes.
You got to think of longevity here.
Yes.
Are you trying to have pork sandwich? Well, Raff, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you're probably not making those, and so I would imagine you have to talk about budget here. Are you going to be willing to spend whatever it is for a Carolina pulled pork sandwich on the daily, or whenever you want meat? So you have to think about sustainability here. There's a lot of variety. Oh yeah, because that's exactly what you could buy the smoker. I don't see you actually smoking it though. Here's the deal: with the ground beef or the steak, there's a lot of different things you can do.
There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of different.
If we're thinking about survival mode,
variety's the spice of life.
I'd have to go with steak. I mean, with the beef because just for survival, you got burgers, you got steaks, you got taco salads, you got shish kebabs. There's a lot of things you can do with it, man. As far as that goes. I always think that's an interesting question. I love steak like crazy. I literally could eat steak daily. I mean, I could do it every day. I love it.
Steak and salmon is all I need in my life.
However, you got pork.
If you can find the real salmon, I'll just let you know that.
Oh, is there fake salmon?
Oh, they got some.
100%. There's been I've done my homework where Oh man, I just hate talking about it because it sucks. It's been a salmon that got released that was genetically modified, so grown in a lab. They put it in the wild and it started eating the real salmon.
That's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate for us.
It's like what we think robots are eventually going to do.
Exactly. It's scary. It's like, come on. We're walking down that path, right? Of all the movies that we've seen over the last 30 years of our lives, minus you, Nick. That, 20 years of your life that you, from the Matrix to Terminator, it's just like, really? We're going to really do this. And we see it coming. And we're going full bore. We're going pedal to the metal right now.
Well, hopefully hopefully our time is all, ran up and we don't have to worry about that. Cause those are maybe things that we have to worry about in like 150 years.
That's true. We might be gone. We might be gone. Our existence on this planet might cease to, to come to an end, which is all part of our lives, unfortunately. But our kids might have to deal with that stuff.
For sure.
DF says aisle 5 at a local grocery store is where you buy the fake salmon. I've never even looked at it. I know they got it, but I've never looked at it.
Aisle 5, timeout.
Really?
It's cold?
Is it not cold, DF? No, well, they got that healthy section though there too.
Gotcha.
Where everything's in that aisle, just like we were talking with Bob yesterday.
Buy the fake salmon. They even see, and that's the thing about the world. Like, they don't hide it. If you look in the right places, you will see that it will say, mock meat or not real beef or not real salmon or what have you. They'll just tell you, but we're not looking, right? We're not reading the label sometimes. They just assume, they just want to think that we're dumb and don't read the labels. So I've read some labels and be like, oh man, this is
speaking of dumb.
I'm not reading DM's text anymore, man.
Yeah,
you're not going to text the truth. Don't text.
David's been shunned. He's done.
If you don't text,
he's done.
Don't text.
So I like what Ryan in California says. Raise your own meats, fellas.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Let me just carve out an acreage on my apartment complex on 84th and Holdridge.
Hey, that's what you got to do. Hey, no, you got to plan for the long haul.
I'm pretty sure that's a violation of the lease. But
long haul, not the apartment. When you get your first property and you have a little backyard, you can see if you can extend it, and then there you go.
Let me just get a couple of chickens.
There's not going to be one home association that's going to allow a cow.
No. Hey, I am on ground level, so that helps out a little bit. But I can just imagine. I just got some chicken wire around the patio, and it's just, hey, these are where I raise my chickens.
I know it's parts in the South here, between here and our Alabama, that you can bury family on your property.
Yeah,
that is legal.
You're
that
exactly
is
right.
legal.
And there's tax benefits to it as well.
Exactly. You don't put so if you bury, my kids bury me on my land here, they can own the property tax free.
Is that right?
Yes, 100% right.
Who's taking one for the team?
We bury Nick in the back of his apartment.
Only down. I'll say I don't know about Nebraska. I know between Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Alabama, Mississippi, they have that rule. They have that law.
I'll risk the violation of my lease for if it means no rent.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I got Raff out here.
I love it.
What are you doing? Just watering the Raff?
Yeah.
I'm just prepping. This is the prep area.
I want a statue, not a headstone.
Hey,
Hey, we're laughing, but this is facts. I'm just telling you
facts. It is facts. Guys, we are up against the clock. We got an exciting show today. We got an exciting guest coming up at 10:30 this afternoon or this morning. A former Husker wrestler, now turned MMA fighter, Tyler Berger. Tyler Berger is going to be stopping in the studio. He's got a big weekend coming up.
Yes, he does.
Because you might have heard that the Spring Brawl 2025 is going on at Pinnacle Bank Arena this Saturday.
And it's real fighting going on.
It is. It's MMA fighting. We got a couple of
events. They really punch each other in the face.
We're going to talk about over the course of the next 2 days or so. We also have tickets to give away for that. When Tyler's in here, what we're going to do is we're going to have him come up with a question, a trivia question. It might be about Tyler, but we're going to have Tyler come up with a trivia question. And when he does, we'll give away a couple of tickets for some seats at Pinnacle Bank Arena for the Spring Brawl 2025, hosted by Dynasty Combat Sports. There's going to be 16 fights on Saturday night. I will be in attendance. It's going to be my first ever MMA fight.
Nice.
And so it's actually going to be a fun little group. It's a couple of my buddies. But then we're also the former Husker baseballer who won the Big Ten title last year, Ben Columbus, is starting to become part of our little JTP, as you guys call it. And so he will be out in attendance with us as well. So there's going to be a couple of us that the guys, they hooked us up with one of the tables, and it's going to be a blast. So
a lot of things going on this weekend. We got a guest. Of course, Clyde Johnson will be fighting this weekend. We have him on tomorrow at 9:30. He'll come in for a little bit. A few of the text messages we'll read before we go to break. We're on a tight one. 7092 AD, there's such thing as beef bacon. It can be obtained at some local meat markets. Yes, there is. Hizzlebear, I'm being very careful reading yours. I'm just going to say, yeah, Hizzlebear, you're exactly right. McGee, yes, you're right, exactly right. Certain officials in office, they're saying some good things as far as that goes, because there's a lot of crap we put in our food, that's for sure. Unknown text for 8893. Nick, this might be for all of us. You guys buy the feed. I'll take care of the fence. You can use my pasture.
There you go. There you go, Nick.
Hold on. I'll be the first one. Right hand up. This is a fault of mine. I'll be the first one to admit there's a difference about, and I always say about don't talk about it, be about it. Mm-hmm. This is me admitting, you know what? There's this difference between me saying I want to do it and then actually committing to do it. And so
it's work.
We're just going to hold off for just a little bit.
It's definitely
I appreciate the offer of the pasture, though.
Absolutely. Folks, we got a packed show, as Nick mentioned to you. We can't wait to come back with you. Man, there is some teams that are going fishing. We talked about fishing yesterday. Brief little thing on the NBA, because it's a prominent team that is now gone. There's a lot of teams that are gone right now. We'll discuss them when we come back. It's The Drive, 937 A Ticket.
You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead. Sleep in. You deserve it. And choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street.
Make your move fun and easy with the help of Movers and Shakers. Movers and Shakers is homegrown, female-led, and ready to help make your transition to a new space as seamless as possible. They excel at residential and commercial moving jobs, as well as offer home cleanouts and junk removal services. Moving into a new place is stressful enough, so let Movers and Shakers ease the transition. Give them a call today at 712-899-6265 or book your move online at www.moversandShakersNE.com today. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at cobblecars.com. Stock numbers G121492. G187747 and G196599.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
right, folks, we are back. We're going to keep things rolling somewhat quickly on this segment. As we have a guest, want to give him ample amount of time on that. If you're watching the playoffs, and if you're not, I understand that too. I kind of glanced last night. I'm not sure if you guys did, but I was glancing at the games last night. Houston beat the dog smoke out of Golden State Warriors last night.
Dog smoke, dang.
Yes. Minnesota Timberwolves eliminated the Lakers, sent them home packed 103-96. Guys, in LA, and I know we don't talk a lot about the NBA because I'm going to be honest, I don't watch a lot of NBA until it gets to almost the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, that's just me. I know Austin is a big aficionado of the NBA as well as Jake. Bach watches the NBA quite a bit, and I'm glad they do.
Well, Bach's a Celtics fan too, so it's easier for him. Like for the Chicago Bulls, it's tough to watch. It's tough to lock in for 82 games because they're struggling. They struggle. They made the play-in tournament, but they struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's and the thing about that, I don't know how healthy. My man for the Celtics.
Jason
Tatum, he got the hand. He landed on his wrist kind of funny a couple games ago. So he's pulling up, and Jaylen Brown is pulling up. He's showing up. Yeah, he picked up his game since Jalen's absence.
Yeah, he is a beast. So Minnesota takes care of the Lakers 4-1. They take care of them. Rudy Gobert has just been he's been a bear. He had 27 points last night, 24 rebounds. They just, like I said, you guys, speaking on LA, let me ask you guys this. Nick, I'm going to start with you. What do you do in LA right now? You got this new first-year coach.
Yep, JJ Redick.
And they're just not very good. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, we see dynamics, guys, about trying to add multiple stars to a team, right? And this is the Lakers had figured it out to a certain extent with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and then obviously guys like Austin Reeves have come to the forefront. But then now you add the dynamic of what Luka Doncic can bring to an organization, and it's a little different. It's quite a bit different than what a guy like Anthony Davis could bring, and we saw what that did to the people in Dallas as well, and to the Dallas Mavericks overall. I think that LeBron's got a decision to make, obviously, because you look at everything that he's done, and he owns the scoring title, and he was able to play alongside his son. He got his son drafted to the same organization that he's currently at, and it's almost now how much is left in the tank. And I would imagine that there's still some left, but AG, maybe you can speak on this in terms of like knowing when it's the right time to retire versus maybe when you are ready to retire.
Right. It's just like little signals pop up to you as a player when okay, it's time to hang this thing up. And those signals could be just you just listening to your body and seeing how things feel from the head to toe, literally, physically, and see what that feels like. And then obviously the observation of how teams are interacting. Well, I'll say for LeBron's situation, for any, I say older player on that team right now, they're in a good spot because they obviously still have they're on a team, right? When you're a free agent or something, it makes it really easy. Like, okay, I'm getting long in the tooth. Teams are not really talking to me. But one thing LeBron has for himself, he's on a roster. And so right now, the roster just got to figure themselves out. You look at just as JJ Redick first year. And he comes in and they go 50-32, not a very good season for record wise. But as we know, there were things throughout the season, up and down, slow start, but then picked up some games later. Obviously picked up Luka Doncic. That was a big game changer. But at the time, I think the pickup wasn't just enough time for them to all get molded together. Because chemistry is a thing in NBA. It's huge, right? We watch basketball. If you watch basketball long enough, you know about having a good chemistry of your roster. If your roster of 5 players, the chemistry works, then you're going to have a good, solid team. That's either from either personality traits, they all mesh together very well, or in-game talent meshes, where like the Bulls back in the day, you had Jordan, you had Pippen, you had Dennis Rodman, you had Steve Kerr. Everybody knew their role. Steve Kerr was the shooter. Dennis Rodman was the rebounder, enforcer. Michael Jordan was the leader. Scottie Pippen was also his backup there. So when you have, a roster built like that, or you try to build something close to that, where you have LeBron as the leader, then everybody else is kind of sometimes finding out who their role is. And he shouldn't have to ask that, with good players. Luka and LeBron, we know those are the guys that we want the ball in their hand majority of the time. Austin, Hachimura, and anybody coming off the bench as a swingman, these y'all are the role players. So when y'all can come in and contribute, please do that offensively and defensively. And so I think when sometimes LeBron, this is where he gets caught in. I know he wants to hand off assists and he likes to have all the stats, but sometimes you got to be like, hey, I'm going to take over this game. Luka, just get on the back and follow me, take my lead, and have those type of conversations among each other so they know what type of games day in and day out is going to be, because obviously it's a lot of games. And once you get all those games under your belt, then you'll be able to get into rhythm as a team a lot sooner than later.
I think a big thing, Raff, is we saw, and AD just talked about this with Rudy Gobert, the value of what having a successful and strong post presence can do for you. Because you look at what Minnesota had in comparison to what LA had this series, and I almost wonder if the Lakers wouldn't have traded AD, would they have went deeper in the postseason? You look at, obviously Rudy Gobert had himself a nice one, but also Julius Randle averaged over 22.5 points this series. That's a guy that, last night he had 23 points as well in the game clinching.
And don't forget about his defensive play. He plays defense.
But we're talking about those two guys without even mentioning one of the brightest, youngest stars in the entire NBA.
Anthony Edwards.
And that's Anthony Edwards. And so ultimately, when you look at Minnesota, they've done a really nice job of not only building around Anthony Edwards, but they matched up really well with the Lakers this series, considering they didn't have much of a post presence, Raff.
Yeah, it's going to be like you talked about Anthony Edwards, for instance. Like you said, they built around him well. Well, now the Lakers are in a spot. What is LeBron going to do? Because he can't hold them hostage. I believe he has until June 29th to decide whether he picks up his team option. I believe $52 million. So is he going to sit back and wait till that June 29th and then decide, okay, I'm going to test the free agent market? Mm-hmm. So you're hoping that with what he does with the Lakers, that at least he will let them at least know what he's planning on doing, because it affects the entire organization of which direction the Lakers want to go. If LeBron stays, okay, then you got to go and maybe try and find another big guy to replace AD, but you can't replace AD, but at least someone there. But if LeBron leaves, then that changes the whole organization. Now you're going to try and build around Luka.
Well, and it's interesting because with Luka Doncic, the early indication and reports are that the Lakers are going to essentially restructure his deal. They're going to let him walk. They're going to let him walk, and then eventually, they're going to reunite with Luka Doncic and stuff. And so, we see that the NBA is kind of trending towards that way. I just think that when you look elsewhere. We saw the importance in this series, especially, and a lot of it's matchup based, but you see the importance in this series that if you're able to, in this case with the Timberwolves, have a much stronger post presence, man, if you can have the type of series that Rudy Gobert had, and then consistently Julius Randle in 30 plus minutes of game time is able to average 23 points and shoot the ball well, and also facilitate and be a presence on the glass, then guess what? Minnesota's the team that we're watching for towards the end of this thing.
100%.
Well, to wrap it up, folks, the Rockets did take care of business. They didn't have a choice but to take care of business. They were down 3-1. They climbed within 3-2 against the Golden State Warriors. The Rockets win last night, 131-116. That will be a game I definitely will watch. That game 6, I will definitely check that one out. It's going to be interesting because obviously, Rockets, for them, it's either win or go home. It's a wrap. And Curry, as we know from history, we know what he does in usually closing games. He shows up along with the rest of the company. So there we have it right there. Lakers is going to be a very interesting offseason. Nick, and I think you bring up a good point. Do they go deeper with a big man presence? And I think they do with AD. They made a business decision with Dallas, one that I think that was definitely an Achilles heel for him this year, because when Riddick got desperate last night, you put in a guy that hadn't seen the floor since January, as far as that goes, as a big man. And Gobert said, you know what? That's cool. I'm going to eat you up all night. And he did.
I think it's fascinating, guys, the way that now looking back, hindsight 2020, Lakers fans aren't thrilled that their team got booted in the first round of the postseason. But then for Dallas, the absolute clown show that Nico Harrison is putting on from a GM perspective, and in the NBA, we have to be realistic and understanding of this. Of that, a lot of times in the NBA, there are guys that have to fall on the sword, and a lot of times those are the GMs across professional sports.
100%.
There's some other reason that they are doing the moves that they need. They're acting on, and they're just the face of it. So, but with Nico Harrison, it's fascinating, the GM for the Dallas Mavericks, because he comes out and at the end of season press conference for the Mavericks, Nico Harrison talks about how, his quote was something along the lines of, I knew that Luka meant a lot to the city. I didn't realize that he meant this much, which that makes it sound 1,000 times worse. And at some point, like, Nico, just stop talking. Stop talking about the Luka trade. It's over. I know you're going to get asked about it, but you made your bed. Now you got to lie in it, right? But it's fascinating because the Mavericks fans are obviously not thrilled with the Dallas front office, right, for making the trade to send Luka to LA. But now, after the way that this series panned out, sure, did LA probably get the better player with maybe a better outlook on the next 5 years? Maybe with Luka Doncic. However, they're out of the postseason. The move they made to bring in one of the brightest, youngest stars in the NBA still did not earn them a championship this year. And at a place like LA, that's the ultimate goal.
Absolutely.
And when you throw it on top of towards the end of LeBron's career,
swept
championships, man, championships matter. And I think they were able to muster one win out of this series. And you look back and go, okay, was all of this really worth it?
And you know what, Nick, before we put a bow on
it's worth it. It's worth it. Because you got a guy that, in terms of wants to be a part of a team and wants to be a part of a winning team, is Luka Doncic. So now they could take the offseason, start early.
Davis not want to be a part of that?
What's that?
But so Anthony Davis would want to be a part of a winning team, though.
Yeah, but we're talking. I'm just focusing on Luka. Unfortunately, Davis, he gets traded over, but same thing. He could do the same thing. He's like, okay, now we got the offseason to prepare for next season.
I'm not saying I want to. So I'm getting texted at the text line. I'm not saying in any way that the Lakers shouldn't have made that trade. That is not.
I'm not saying that either. I'm talking about the here and now, where they're at. Yeah.
Maybe I need to clear it up on my end. That's not what I was getting at all, and stuff. What I was saying though is, like, hindsight's always 20/20, and it's fascinating to kind of see these things play out in real time.
Yeah.
Because you add a player like Luka Doncic, and you instantly feel like, as an organization, this season, instant impact, you get closer to a championship.
A little bit. Like, me as a GM, I feel okay, but not great. If I feel great when I know Luka and LeBron and the other shooters on the team are meshing perfectly as a GM. Knowing this, I only felt okay. I thought that this was cool. Oh, this was cool. Luka goes to LA. But you have to, there's that transition. That's that processing in, right? Coming in, and Luka is learning LA compared to Dallas, two different big cities, right? And then he's got to adjust to his new teammates, like it or love it. And you got to remember, he did not know this trade was coming. It was the emotional side. Like, he broke his phone in the Twitter or Facebook or whatever, how he saw the trade go down. So it's getting those emotions out, where a place that he thought he was going to be there for a long time in terms of Dallas, and he's not. So that's why I was like, this is an okay trade, because I understand the player's process going from team to team. It's not just as smooth as a lot of fans might think it is, or people may think it is not. There's questions that got to be asked. There's comfortness that's got to get, learned, because of transitioning from one franchise to another, one city to another, and then finally getting bound to the basics. Okay, now I get to play basketball. Now what's up? Okay, after I get all my home, I get moved into my apartment wherever I'm living in LA. LA is crazy. I grew up there. So for him, like I said, for the whole trade happening, I was like, this is okay, but let's see where it goes. And now they got the offseason to see where it goes. Now they got this time where we know Luka needs to probably drop a few pounds. Luka needs to work on his defense. Things that he needs to do to become that better player out in that court. His shot is his shot. He has a hell of a shot. He can shoot from anywhere on the court, but defense has always been an issue. This is something what Nico Harrison brought up when he was, and part of the reason he is a Laker because he didn't play a lot of good defense or whatever. So he has to work on that and work on his weight in terms of being in shape for the next regular season coming up in the fall here.
It's going to be an interesting offseason for the Lakers. That is for sure. Folks, we'll be right back. It is Thursday. It's The Drive, 93.7 A Ticket.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more. Are you a fan of local wine, craft beers, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
This is it, Husker fans, your final chance to see Nebraska baseball at home this season. It starts Tuesday, May 6th with a huge rivalry matchup against Creighton. Then it's a Big Ten showdown as the Huskers host Michigan May 9th through 11th. Every game matters and your support can make the difference. Great seats are still available, but they're going fast. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets or by calling 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Bagels & Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels & Joe, Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Ahman Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a 4-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Ahman Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email Jake at theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th and overall registration goes through May 30th.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. We are back. We're back on this beautiful Thursday morning. We got some history to discuss, and there's a lot of history to discuss. You know, we got the Kentucky Derby coming up on Saturday. We'll go to each of you real quick. Nick, have you ever been to Churchill Downs?
Never. I want to. It's on like the bucket list.
It's on the bucket list.
Yep.
Raff, have you been to Churchill Downs?
I have not.
AG, what about you?
Not yet. It's on my list as well.
On the list. I've been there twice. Was speaking there at the same time the Kentucky Derby was.
Yeah.
Not at the same time, and declined to go both times. I don't know why, but
this is a problem that you have.
it is a problem with
Bro,
me.
what is wrong with you?
That's what I'm
know.
saying.
You know what, though? I'm going to say this, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get too deep in it. Post-cancer, my view has changed a lot of things, so I'm definitely going to go next time. But this segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999, can help protect your home, your family, your vehicle, even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. What I have very quickly in history, 1988, after scoring 50 points in Game 1 in the NBA Conference Playoff Series, Michael Jordan, has 55 in the Chicago Bulls' 106-101 win versus Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 2. First to score 50-plus points in consecutive playoff games. Jordan has so many records, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Rafferty, what you got, my man?
All right. My history today is 41 years ago on this day in 1984. The New England Patriots select Nebraska wide receiver Irving Fryar with the first selection of the draft.
Wow.
Crazier in that draft, the second selection to the Houston Oilers, Dean Steinkuhler. And Nebraska became the second team ever to have the first 2 picks of the draft. And what will bother me probably till the day I die, Mike Rozier was the first pick in the USFL draft by the Pittsburgh Maulers. And I have to believe if there was no USFL, Mike Rozier would have went in the top 3 also. So Nebraska would have been the only team to have 3 of the top selections in the NFL draft. But
absolutely.
Oh, well, we had the number 1 selection in the USFL draft.
There you go. There you go. AG, what about you, my man?
Yeah, I got a fun game that came out May 1st, 1984. Golf. Just real simple golf on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, all 8-bit characters of all their own. So golf features 2 challenging 18-hole courses where players only 2 courses in the game. I think now on 2K Golf they have everything across the planet. Okay,
Everything but the Masters.
Exactly. So only 2 challenging 18-hole courses where players are able to play a round of golf and allows players to choose your club, adjust stance, and control the swing. So now you can control the spin on the ball. You could control the not the weather, but you could read the weather and all that. So the game features 3 alternating views and an overhead long range view of the entire hole, and an overhead medium range view of the ball's current location, and an overhead close range view of the green. So gameplay modes include 1 or 2 players. When now you can play online, you can play with 100 players if you want in a tournament, and actually have a legit online tournament of golf these days. So that's the big difference between golf in 1984 to PGA 2K or the Masters, EA Masters on made by EA Sports out there today. So golf 1984.
So since I bought the Xbox too, that's one of the, because I bought the Xbox so I could have the flight simulator game. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But I bought the EA golf game on there as well. I like it more than 2K. I got to be honest. I like it a lot more. I think it's a little more realistic than 2K.
Oh, okay.
Plus they have the Masters, which is a big key. Yeah. The 2K couldn't have the Masters because of copyright and legal.
That one. Okay, they didn't get the rights.
Yeah, they didn't get the rights to the Masters, but EA did, and so that's why it was a big deal.
I can only imagine what they paid for those rights for the Masters.
I don't know, but I'm sure it's made them a lot. Since that's the reason I got the game.
Right.
They have all the other tournaments, the same tournaments that 2K does. They just got the Masters.
That's why esports is growing, man. Video games is growing because they have movie budgets to make games.
Yeah, Aaron makes a good point on the text line. Says, unless you can throw or break your clubs, it's not real enough for me.
See, then that should help you. You don't have to break your club, Ron.
Well,
you can save your equipment.
Well, yeah,
that's the part.
You can chuck a controller.
That's just one time.
Right.
That's just like when you see throwing their club. To me, it's like when I see offensive linemen fight and defensive linemen fight in training camp. I'm like, this has got to be the dumbest thing I ever seen. Everybody got on pads. You should keep your helmet on. If you are that player that takes your helmet off during the O-lineman, D-lineman fight, you're asking to get knocked out.
AG, did you ever get in a fight in training camp?
Close. I had a strong safety from Clemson, Antoine Edwards. He was the first round draft pick from '99 season. And when I got traded over in 2000, it wasn't until 2001 we got into a little face. We got we got to know each other very well. And he found out I have a backseat driver as Dexter in Dexter. If you've seen Dexter, you got a co-pilot. I got a co-pilot. And my co-pilot basically said to him, hey, if you got a problem, we can handle this after practice, homie. Like, what's up? Leave it on the field.
AG said, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Don't worry about this.
Yeah.
I got to play on Sunday.
Yeah, I got to play on Sunday, bro. You better calm that down. You better leave it on the field. Leave it on the field.
Pilot.
Yeah. Raff, I'm your co-pilot. I got you. AD, if you want to deal with Raff, you got to deal with me.
Oh, man.
Okay, so just plan for about extra 25 seconds.
25 seconds. Folks, we come back. We've got a lot more sports to discuss. There's some Husker news as well. Maybe something that was kind of out there it's declared now what's going down with a particular individual we're recruiting. Of course, a few others.
There's also some Big Ten conference news. Somebody's been fired.
Football, baseball, basketball.
We'll we come back, folks. It's the drive. 93.7 Tickets, May 1st. Happy May Day.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Yo, this is Flavor Flav, and I am coming at you with one of my flavor faves, Raisin Cane's. So when you're looking for flavor fast, order in a flash, online or on their app. Raisin Cane's. One love.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Ahman Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Ahman Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email jake@theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy today with an afternoon high near 71. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, partly cloudy, low near 48. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day. Otherwise, partly sunny with a high near 64. I'm meteorologist Kyle from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions on 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln. This is it, Husker fans, your final chance to see Nebraska baseball at home this season. It starts Tuesday, May 6th with a huge rivalry matchup against Creighton. Then it's a Big Ten showdown as the Huskers host Michigan May 9th through 11th. Every game matters, and your support can make the difference. Great seats are still available, but they're going fast. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets or by calling 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Are you ready for a new opportunity?
Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back on this beautiful Thursday morning. Happy May Day to you. I've been on kind of just browsing social media. See a lot of people with May Day baskets, those with youngins making May Day baskets with the candy and stuff like that. If you're doing that, capture the memories. Nick, are you going to make any for your apartment guests?
I am not.
For your apartment neighbors?
I am not. So you know what I realized today is, I actually thought about this last night. So on my unit, I have it's like an attached garage. So like I have my own garage that I like walk into my space with. My issue is I've never opened up the door that leads into my hallway because I've always entered through my garage.
That makes sense.
And so it's a little bit of an issue. So because like I have two separate doors, one that enters the hallway and then one that's through the garage. Never once have I entered through the hallway.
Well, you've been there, what, a week now?
Yep. So it's going to happen. An adult form of Mayday baskets as summer is approaching is a garage door. Raffy, take it away.
Oh, man, you caught me off guard there, brother. Hang on one second.
I needed a co-pilot, and Raff, I thought we were in sync.
Well, we kind of were.
Raff's just dozing off over there in Bama.
That's my bad.
Raff, you true, bro.
We are proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Raffy, some more sweet.
More Red Bull. Something.
Man, I love you, dog, but you was checked the hell out. You was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, get him to fly.
You ain't lying.
Dang, Raffy.
That's on me.
He was like, doors? Who needs a door? What, my door open?
Yeah. I don't need a garage door. Yeah.
Okay, here's what happened. I was waiting to say everything. So when you threw the doors, it threw me off completely. I was like, we're not at the everything part right yet. So
oh my gosh.
See, there's no meshing here, no cohesion going on. All right. Right now the roster is kind of in a fray. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get aligned, y'all. We gotta get the diamond going, or the square defense, triangle defense, or triangle offense going now. Let's get it.
It's funny because we're kind of like Luka and the Lakers, I suppose. I mean, to bring this
right, like I said, we all beat.
But
like with the Bulls before Dennis Rodman got there.
There's some breaking news. We'll start with this one just because it shouldn't surprise you a whole lot. Nebraska men's basketball just announced. It was reported by the guys on 3, Steve Sipple and his team. Just reported that Nebraska men's basketball has promoted from within that Luca Virgilio, was previously the director of basketball operations, I believe, with Nebraska men's basketball, has been here since Fred Hoiberg has shown up to campus. He is now has a new title of general manager. And so we're seeing this shifting landscape and a very common move for a lot of programs, both basketball and football related. But Luca Virgilio is now Nebraska's general manager, and I'm sure we'll hear more details and have more thoughts on that as they become readily available in the coming hours and days. But then otherwise, elsewhere in the Big Ten Conference, guys, and AD, we kind of had an idea that this was coming because this athletic department over the last 6 years has really been in a lot of disarray. Michigan State has fired their athletic director, Alan Haller. So Alan Haller has been fired as the Michigan State athletic director. And it's just a very strange disarray, unorganized time right now for Michigan State.
You know, at Michigan State, I'll just put it this way. This is kind of a statement, not kind of a statement, it's a statement from their president, Kevin Gutzwicz, who's the president there. He goes, "I'm grateful for Alan's leadership since I joined the university and appreciate the success our programs have seen under his leadership. He is deeply committed to this university, has led with honesty and integrity. His last day will be May 11th. They plan to put on a national search for a new athletic director in the coming weeks. Jen Smith, MSU's deputy athletic director, new senior women's administrator and compliance, and men's basketball coach. It shows you how much respect they have for Izzo, will serve as co-interim athletic directors. In the meantime, the school is set in its release." You know, my buddy Ted, that was a coach at Michigan State, that Ted Gilmore, who's been on the radio here with us before, mentioned, I'm not surprised that Izzo is in that position. He mentioned that Izzo would show up regularly to other sports, other practices. He's just so well revered and respected at that campus for obvious reasons. But they said he goes through the basketball out of it. He's just a good man. A lot of insight, always willing to lend an ear to younger coaches, to older coaches. His insight, his wisdom, shares with other teams and other programs. So I'm not surprised to see Coach Izzo serve as that co-interim along with their deputy athletic director, Jen Smith. So, yeah, Michigan State has definitely got some major issues going on with the obviously the saga that went on with Mel Tucker. There's dominoes still falling with that. I'm not saying that Allen was a part of. I'm not saying he's a domino falling, but I am saying you can tell Michigan State saying, you know what, we got to start things off on a fresh sheet of paper right here from an administrative standpoint. Bringing it back to Nebraska, you guys, there was young man that we wanted and we lost out to Miami. Shamar Brown, he made a decision over to take Miami. And AG, I was wondering, the last time that Nebraska lost a guy to Miami, it's only been one time actually, from your alma mater, Harlan Gunn played offensive line. AG, did you know Harlan Gunn? He's younger than us, of course.
Yeah, he's younger than me. I knew of him. Yeah, we met. We might have met once. I came back for a few games and some, watched the game on Friday night up at Central when he was playing. So
where's he at now? Do you know?
Great question. I do not know. He may be back home in Omaha, or he may be in a league somewhere. I don't know.
He's because he played his last time that I said he played the league was about 2018, 2019. He was a little bit of a journeyman, but stayed there a long time. He was an offensive lineman. I forgot all about this kid because he played for the Canes from 2007 to 2011. But Harlan Gunn, I remember that kid, how we tried to recruit him, ended up going to Miami instead. And the last person to do that, Nebraska native, I might add, is Shamar Brown that made that decision. Nick, Raff, I'm going to start with you, Raffy. Does this concern you with the depth and the lack thereof? Because the reality is this, there's not a lot of guys. We got a lot of bodies in there. Bodies don't equal depth, as far as game time experience besides Emmett Johnson. Does that concern you? Nick and AJ, I'm going to get to you last. AJ, you playing running back. Raff, I'm going to get to you. Does that concern you on the outside looking in that you have one guy with real game time experience in the Nebraska running backs room right now?
No, I'm confident with. Well, you have Emmett. He's got, he wants to be that guy. He wants to be the man. I'm not concerned with it just for the fact that they went out and recruited these guys. Ives is, one of quote unquote their guys. So it was in the cards to make him one of the top backs, at Nebraska. And then also too, I don't think you can shut down the transfer portal yet. I would assume that there's probably a plan B or a plan C or somebody like that. So it wouldn't surprise me one bit if you see another name pop up before this is all said and done.
Nick?
Well, I think it's this is okay. So I have a couple of thoughts on this. Nebraska, I think, really missed out yesterday, unfortunately, on Charmar Brown. He was somebody that could have brought in some at the FCS level, yes, over 1,100 yards rushing. Let's not discredit that. I mean, Nebraska hasn't had a 1,000-yard rusher, and we get so infatuated and tied into the statistics. And is this guy rushing for over 1,000 yards? And if it's not 1,000 yards, then it's not a successful year. This, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
But Emmett Johnson was. I think both of these things can be true. Emmett Johnson is incredibly valuable to this running back room. Nebraska needs more depth and competition at running back. I think both of those things can be true because I think Emmett Johnson has what it takes to be an all Big Ten type of running back. Have we seen it yet? No. And how do we think that Quentin Ives is that type of guy to be able to take that job? Unclear. But in terms of proven talent at the college level, AG, Nebraska doesn't have a whole lot. They're working with stuff, but at some point you need results and you need proven experience.
Yeah, well, they need those players to get those reps as much as possible.
Sure.
And that's where you find out where your rooms are. So they do got a pretty decent. I mean, unless some guys have transfer portal out, I'm looking at we got 5, we got 8 guys running backs, unless some guys are gone that I don't know about.
Yeah.
But from looking at this list, we got Kenneth Williams, Emmett, Quentin, Isaac, Vince, Makai, Connor, and Jamarion. So you got a good food of where you can build competition in the room. And the biggest thing is just getting these young players reps, if anything, from the redshirt freshmen to the freshmen, getting them reps. Because basically, beyond, I say, one simple job of one part of the detail of a coach's job is to get the young players ready to play too. Not only get the veterans ready, like Emmett and like Quentin, where they're going to get their reps because they already are on the script. You got to get these young guys in there too, because when you don't want no game change or no drop off in gameplay when Emmett has to come out to take a rest, or Quentin can't go in because he's tired or whatever, or he may be injured. So you got to make sure it's one part, like I said, real easy is get during this time. Now spring ball is over. Is telling them young guys, get in the playbook, study all summer long. I mean, I know you got your classes, your class studies coming up right now. Take care of that business first. And once you're done with your finals and your classes on your class schedule, get your nose into that playbook and know it like the back of your hand. So then when we come fall camp, we'll know we can start building that trust of knowing plays, because physically, I think a lot of guys just got to go out there. Obviously, you just go out there and prove yourself physically, but mentally, all the adjustments, all the play calls, the formations, different due diligent details of plays. Then you could go out there and gain the confidence of your coaches, starting with your running backs coach on to the head coach and then OC as well.
I'll say this, Money G. I want to say that I believe the almighty bag made his decision. Hayden says right here, maybe they didn't want to overpay or overpromise anything, reflects what we have. I would say this. I'm not worried, but I'm concerned. I'm saying I'm not worried, but I'm concerned because we do have a good recruiting class as far as that goes. But again, that I don't worry about that because of the numbers they bring, the stats they bring, but I'm concerned in the lack of experience under Emmett Johnson. Quentin Ives had a few touches in there. So I'm not worried, but I am concerned.
And I will say this. I will say this. From the things that I've heard, the looking at the way this played out, Cal came in with a much stronger offer when we're talking about NIL money, a much stronger offer than what Nebraska and Miami had on their name. And so, which is why Cal was in the lead for Charmar Brown for, 24 hours? Mm-hmm. But then we saw Cal pull out of the race. Yep. We saw Cal pull it. And then that happened yesterday. But don't forget, Charmar initially was supposed to make a decision on Monday.
Right.
And so things were happening behind the scenes. I am confident in saying Nebraska was competitive with their money. Nebraska was competitive with their money. This could be something as simple. We cannot sit here and in this day and age of college football, while this might be the more popular thing to do, it's also this might be accurate most of the time. It's also still the low-hanging fruit that every decision a guy makes, we sit here and say, oh, it's because of the NIL money. It could also just be because of football too. Like he might have whatever Miami pitched to Charmar Brown, his role might just have suited him better, because in this case, I am confident based on what I've heard and who I've talked to, I'm confident in saying that Nebraska was competitive with the NIL offerings. The reason that instantly Cal came in and swooped up a projected as the landing spot for 24 hours for him was because they were in another ballpark. However, that was not the case when it was all said and done. And so give credit to Nebraska for standing strong on that, right? People always want to hear those stories. Give credit to Nebraska, but ultimately we can't just always take the low-hanging fruit. It's true and it's factual in a lot of cases nowadays in college football that, yeah, the money is the main driver. But also in some situations, it could also just be about the football.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's when you talk about the football, it's just giving an opportunity, chance to the guys that are in the room, and not oh man, we gotta have money to go buy a running back. I don't like that feeling, because that feeling is a uncontrolled feeling. You don't have security in that. So I'd rather be, if I'm a GM or I'm a coach or Matt, I'm like, I feel more comfortable than what we have here on campus, because these guys have been here for a couple years, if not longer, and they know our schemes. They understand our coaching. They understand our the things that we want at running back to be it done. And so that's where I feel more comfortable at than worrying about what's in the bank account to go buy a player. Then if they're worried about that, then it's going to be a lot of conversations. I'll be like, you know what, just let it ride. I'm not going, if we don't have the money, don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Let's work with the guys that we got in this building right now on campus.
It is going to be an interesting offseason still for Nebraska. You heard from AG, you heard from Raff and Nick as well, their opinions on that. When we come back, folks, we got our guest Tyler coming in, bare knuckle fighter, former Nebraska wrestler. Excited to talk about it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
When you're outdoors beneath Nebraska skies, adventure comes in all sizes. From quick escapes and long weekends to true off-the-grid retreats. Paddle, hike, camp, explore. Whether you have a few hours or a few days, we'll guide you to a state park or recreation area that's a perfect fit. Start your next adventure today at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it's time for a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, features, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at cobblecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
folks, we are back. Me and Tyler are just cracking up. Tyler Berger, is it pronounced it Berger?
Berger, yeah.
Tyler Berger, we were talking about Oregon. He is from Bend, Oregon. And I was like, man, I've been to Bend, Oregon. I spoke there in 2019, right before COVID. And I was saying, as you know, it's the last blockbuster in the United States in Bend, Oregon.
Keeping it alive.
Keeping it alive.
Keeping it alive.
So is there a little difference, Tyler, in living in Bend?
Blockbuster employee right here.
Listen, man, living on the East Coast is crazier than any place I've ever lived in my entire life. Philly's crazy. Philly's wild. It's got a great culture, hard-nosed people, but I thrive off of it. It's the best. Professional athletes walking around. You just like, you gain energy from the city, but it's a little fast-paced.
Before we dive too far into this conversation, we got to let you know this segment brought to you by our friends at Renew. Call or text Nate, Eric, or David, 402-833-3858, or you can visit them online at renewyourauto.com. Raff, here's your time. What do they do best?
Everything.
That is right. Body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, spray and bed liners, and so much more. Give Nate, Eric, or David a text or a call today, 402-833-3858, or learn more online at renewyourauto.com and see what Renew can do for you. That's right. We're joined by former Husker wrestler Tyler Berger, now MMA fighter. And you got an event coming up this Saturday at Pinnacle Bank Arena, Tyler. First of all, let's start way back. What brought you to Nebraska in the first place? We'll touch on this really quickly before we talk about Saturday.
Yeah, I as a high school kid, I always looking at programs that I wanted to wrestle at. I wanted to be a part of a program that already had success, that had shown that they can compete at the highest level. And for me as a kid, I always thought about being a national champ, but I wanted to wrestle on the senior level as well. I wanted to be a world champ, an Olympic champ. And so when I was looking at different programs, I thought, where can I have the best competition? That was always going to be in the Big Ten. And so that was always where I was looking. And then specifically Nebraska, you had James Green at the time, Jordan Burroughs, and obviously Coach Snyder and Coach Manning were able to produce these guys and take guys that hadn't had a ton of success when they were young and built them up into animals. And so I would have mentors and practice partners, and James and Jordan, and then I'd have the mentorship and the coaching of Coach Manning and Coach Snyder. And
what was it about Coach Manning and then AG and then Raff? Make sure we go through pop. We want to get a lot of questions out to you. What was it about? You mentioned you want to obviously on a national scale, all of those things. That's great. What made Coach Manning different?
His energy. His energy was unlike anybody's that I had met. From the moment he came and visited me in Oregon, and I could just tell the intensity, the energy he brought was when I was with him, I knew that this is the guy that I could wrestle for and that could elevate me and motivate me and push me past my boundaries. And that's exactly what he did my whole career.
Y'all didn't clean the furniture out the living room and start wrestling, did you?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably did.
AG, go ahead, my man.
Yeah, so I want to get into the training, what you guys do. So what does a typical training day look like for you compared for you now to when you was in college in Nebraska?
Yeah, so originally getting my feet wet in MMA was unlike anything that I had experienced. First, it's a new sport. Within the last 20, 30 years, it's grown so much where wrestling is very established. There's a pathway for success, especially in the United States. MMA, there's a ton of different routes you could go. And I knew that my skills needed to be developed still. So I had my wrestling background, but that's just the middle game of MMA. And it's a very important part, but you still have to, for the wrestling to happen, you have to get through striking. And once you actually get a takedown, you have to get through the grappling on the ground. And so for me right away, it was almost an overwhelming experience of there's so many skills I needed to learn, where I was working out 2-3 times a day for 6 days a week. Cause I'm just like, I need to catch up. I was 28 years old when I started. Now I'm 29. Right. And so I was burning myself on both ends of like, I'm trying to consume as much knowledge and practice time as possible, where I was, morning, in the afternoon, night, trying to get as much time on the mat as possible. Now, obviously moving into the pros, we have a much more structured approach, but still there's so much that I can do as far as skill training, where it's not as intense maybe as wrestling. Striking isn't as hard on your body, So I can put in more time, more effort. But usually, a typical week is going to be six out of the 7 days I'm working out.
Right.
3 or 4 of those days is going to be doubles, something in the morning light, and then something in the afternoon. And then within that, I have little rest periods, taking care of my body, recovery stuff throughout the week. But
of course,
I would definitely say I'm more active now than I've ever been in my entire life. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm just working out constantly, and it's a little tougher than wrestling, I would say. But right now everything's so new too. So it's I'm trying to just absorb as much as I can. So my practice times, my workout schedule is definitely elevated than when I was in college wrestling.
Yeah, because a lot of people forget about the striking, the submission, the grappling is what really wears on the body. I've done that before. I've been in the jiu-jitsu training, and it's like, wow. So you're working on your finger movement and knowing when to push and pull off a guy, so I respect what you do, to go into the wrestling mat onto the MMA, where you got to now pick up things that is foreign to your game, punching, punching and kicking and
that's
stuff.
what striking was.
Yeah.
Grappling, it's a little intuitive from wrestling. I can pick things up pretty easily. Striking's unlike anything that I've ever done. Where wrestling, you work off a feel. You can usually touch the guy. They're pressuring into you. Striking is all you got to manage distance. It's all snapping at the end of your punch, and it's all like being able to feel how far away a guy is. They're not pressuring you. You're not feeling them. You have to know the distance by just seeing things, and that's been an adjustment.
100%. Thank you,
Raffy.
All right, I got to ask. So you finish up your college wrestling career. Do you just roll over one day in bed and say, I'm going to be an MMA fighter? Or did somebody approach you and be like, hey, we see something hey, you might want to give this a shot? Because I don't know, that contact to the face and stuff, I think it might hurt a little bit.
Hey, listen, it doesn't feel good. I'll say that.
Can I have some more, sir?
Yeah. But no, it's something. When I was a young kid, I started watching the UFC, and it just was always intriguing to me. And I was never someone that shied away from contact in my wrestling career, but it was something that I had in the back of my mind all the time of, can I be a fighter? There's something that just like was in the background, and I just was pursuing wrestling so hard that I wasn't really focused on anything else. And it wasn't until I moved to California 2-3 years ago, and I was training out there wrestling, and I got to go into the gym, Daniel Cormier's gym, AKA. And my first time in the gym was when Islam Makhachev was in his training camp to fight Bobby Green. So I enter this gym, and Islam walks in the gym and Khabib walks in the gym, and I got to be around those guys for a few weeks while he was getting ready to train. I got to roll with some of those guys, and the excitement level was heightened, where I was just like, this is unlike anything I've been a part of. And just being around those guys was like, this is so cool. But at the time, California, you can't be a starting fighter. I was engaged at the time, and these guys that were there were like, yeah, you could start fighting. You can crash on my couch. We can grind. And I'm like, listen, I have a wife coming up. I'm not sleeping on a couch, man. So it was like, it was like a dream, but nothing I could ever make come into fruition. And it wasn't until I moved to Philadelphia, always still thinking about, maybe, man, I think I should fight. And it was one of those things where I think if I hadn't done it, it would have been in the back of my mind for the rest of my life, where I had to fight. I had to know what it was like. Yeah. And so with the Olympic year coming up, I kind of knew this is going to be my last year, and then I'm going to make the switch, and we're going to jump head in.
It's fascinating because, and we're joined here in studio by Tyler Berger, former Husker wrestler, now turned MMA fighter. He's got a fight this Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. The Spring Brawl 2025, hosted by Dynasty Combat Sports, is going to be doors open at 6:30 p.m. Fights start at 7:30, and Tyler and I were talking. He's the co-main event, so he'll be one of the last events to go. You were talking about just like walking into the gym and seeing those guys, the automatic respect that's between fighters. It's something I find so fascinating, because you can sit there and swing on dudes and basically try to knock the lights out of them, but then when it's over, the respect between the two dudes, because they both got in the ring.
Yeah.
Talk about that from the fighter standpoint of what it's like to, hey, we're here to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it takes a lot of guts and a lot of training to be willing to get in that ring.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, with just with my faith in general, moving into fighting was a tough transition, or just something I battled with mentally, of thinking, okay, does God really want me to be in this space where I'm trying to hurt somebody? And that's the goal of the sport. Is it's going to happen. People are going to get hurt. I could get hurt. But ultimately, I think I've come to peace with it, where I know that I'm not fighting somebody that doesn't want to fight.
Right.
I'm not hurting somebody that is untrained. And so I think there's so much respect, where it's, at the end of the day, it's skill versus skill. And there is this inherent, like, I want to hurt, I want to see blood. And it's just because it makes the fight easier. But the goal is to express your skills. And
100%.
so it's very similar to wrestling in that aspect. But when you're at the end of that, it's so intense. It's such a hard thing to do. And I know personally how much courage and discipline it takes to get into that octagon. So when it's over, there is really nothing but respect, because at the end of the day, this isn't a war. This isn't actual life or death. But to have another man voluntarily go into that octagon with you and to leave there, it's important to show respect after that.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, I love the way, like I said, you mentioned your faith, and there's a number of things in there throughout scripture. Face fixed like flint. When we face obstacles, and like you said, it'd be different if you're just running around bullying folks. But these are, it'd be no different. Ahman playing running back for the Packers. He was trying to run through that guy, but that guy was a trained athlete as well, and one of the best, just like yourself. A texter says in here real quick, unknown texter 1366, then AG and Raff, you guys ask him one more. We want to make sure we keep things time consistent as well. He goes, number one rule of my life, never mess with a dude with cauliflower ears. Regardless of size, respect.
Read the room.
Big Red.
Read the room.
That's a smart thing to live by.
Absolutely. AG and Raff, you guys can ask him, shoot him another quick question so we can keep him on time and be consistent.
So Tyler, you kind of hit on it a little bit in that last question that you answered there. So what fuels you right now? So what is your why when you step into that ring? You kind of mentioned a little bit in the last in your last answer.
Yeah, I just building off of really any decision I make in life is based off of my faith. And if I didn't think that God wanted me in this space, I wouldn't be here. And so that was something that I dealt with after college as well. Is, does God really want me to continue to compete and continue to wrestle and continue to chase this dream? And that answer was yes. And now I have a wife and a kid. And that question comes up again of, does God really want me to be in this space of MMA? And really there's no, I don't hear God saying yes, but just with this past 8-9 months, it's been nothing but open doors, and the people I've met and the connections I've made says nothing that I shouldn't be where I'm at. And so I'm chasing this dream down at full steam ahead. And so that's the foundation. And like I mentioned, I have a wife and a kid now. So those things motivate me at a different level, at a different pace than ever before, where I know where God wants me to be here. And now I'm trying to provide for my family as well.
And some of that, Tyler, it won't be a saying, it won't be words. It might just be things you got to pay attention to as well. Just letting you know that from experience.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a thing that happens, or a moment that happens that kind of makes you sit back and think for a second. So just letting you know from experience, one mentor to another.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Go ahead, Raffy.
All right, my question. What weight will you be fighting at on Saturday night? And if you take away the wrestling, what is your next greatest strength in the ring?
Yeah, so this fight's going to take place at a catch weight of 150. And, it's funny because I there was a potential opponent that was going to be 155, but he wanted to catch weight 160, 165. And my mentality going into these fights, lightweight, featherweight, catch weight, it doesn't matter. Anybody, anytime.
That's a good segue to this, because I'm curious for the folks that haven't gotten tickets yet. I told you before we came on air, I'm going to be there, so I'm excited.
I'm going now.
Here's the deal. If somebody's thinking they're on the fence, okay, I'm thinking about getting tickets. I've never been to an MMA fight. I want to see Tyler fight. What are they getting out of a Tyler Berger fight?
Listen, man, when this opportunity came up to have my pro debut in Lincoln, Nebraska, it was hard not to get my hopes up. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You only make one pro debut. And the fact that I got to do it in my in my backyard, Lincoln, Nebraska, in front of Husker Nation, friends, family, I'm not going in there to wrestle. This is not a wrestling match. My plan is to get people out of their seats. It's going to be a fun night.
So I told you before we went on that we're giving away 4 tickets, and you got to pick the question that the listeners had to answer. You guys can just text in 402-464-5685. Tyler's got a question for everybody. We're giving away 4 tickets to go see all the fights that are happening this Saturday night, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Tyler, I'll let you have the floor, man. What's the question that the listeners have to get for 4 tickets to the fight?
All right. Who was the last Nebraska wrestler to be in the UFC?
There you go.
Wow.
Good question.
Last Nebraska wrestler. Tyler filled me in. I know the answer, so we'll be able to give it away. We'll go ahead and send it to break. Tyler, man, we can't appreciate you enough. Good luck on Saturday, my friend.
Good luck on Saturday, Tyler.
Appreciate it.
Tyler, thank you so much, man. God bless you, bro. And throw it all out there, bro.
I will.
Folks, we'll be right back with the last segment. RGT, last words from AG and the attitude adjustment on this May Day. It's The Drive.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it's time for a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options in warranty, features, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111, or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at cobblecars.com. Stock numbers G121492. G187747 and G196599.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Make your move fun and easy with the help of Movers and Shakers. Movers and Shakers is homegrown, female-led, and ready to help make your transition to a new space as seamless as possible. They excel at residential and commercial moving jobs, as well as offer home cleanouts and junk removal services. Moving into a new place is stressful enough, so let Movers and Shakers ease the transition. Give them a call today at 712-899-6265 or book your move online at www.moversandShakersNE.com today.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
When you're outdoors beneath Nebraska skies, adventure comes in all sizes. From quick escapes and long weekends to true off-the-grid retreats. Paddle, hike, camp, explore. Whether you have a few hours or a few days, we'll guide you to a state park or recreation area that's a perfect fit. Start your next adventure today at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on The Drive. Nick, you crazy man. Here we go. The Kentucky Derby is this Saturday, and the place to watch is at Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane in South Lincoln. 23 beers on tap, mint juleps, and high-end bourbon will be available to make it feel like you're at Churchill Downs. 30 TVs showing the Derby, but also MLB, golf, NBA, NHL playoffs. Enjoy their delicious wings or handheld sandwiches like the turkey melt, liquid gold burger that Nick is very fond of.
It's delicious.
Delicious. Oh, it's delicious. The Bull Market barbecue burger or the brand new chocolate chip cookie skillet for dessert. Also, come watch the Lincoln Stars tonight in action versus the Waterloo Blackhawks in the USHL Western Conference Finals. They're carrying the video feed. They'll have it there. And it's Thirsty Thursday. Get 10% off all bottled wine today only. Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane, just north of 27th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln.
There you go.
Raff, what you got for the RGTZ?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take. Yesterday, we had Heavenly Waffles in the studio, but I just wanted to give Raff's Good Take out to Chef Bob and his wife, Kathy. Just two great people. Every time anybody comes in contact with Heavenly Waffles, not only do you get the waffles are amazing, but you get, oh my goodness, Chef Bob and Kathy are the two nicest people. I will vouch for this. I got engaged out in California. Telephone rings the next day. they're calling to congratulate me on being engaged. Birthdays come around, just two of the nicest, sincerest, kindest people. So I just wanted to give Raff's Good Takeout to Bob and Kathy for all the great things that they do and the amazing waffles.
Raff, I couldn't agree more, man. Amazing people, amazing product, but even more amazing people. Big shout out to them. Folks, the AD attitude adjustment today, and I posted this early this morning, try to think about when I first get up. It's May. And I put in here, growth in your goals. May you grow in gratitude. May you grow in your attitude as well. Folks, it's always a choice. I know we say that ad nauseum numerous times, but it truly is. The first quarter wasn't the way you wanted it. You got a second quarter because we're technically done with Q1. If in corporate America, Q1 is done. Start of the second quarter, so make it happen. But it all starts with the attitude. AG, what about you, my brother?
Yeah, I get a shout out to my great nephew, St. Thomas. It's his birthday today. He is, if I do the math, 2002, he is 23 years old today. So he finished his college basketball career out at USC as a Trojan. And I remember him as a kid growing up. I already knew that he was going to take in line of his dad, my nephew, Brandon Thomas, too. So shout out to him. Happy birthday to St. Cyr out there in California.
Big happy birthday, man.
Before we wrap it up, we do have a winner on those 4 tickets to Saturday's Spring Brawl at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Barney gets it correctly. They're correct. That is Matt Linlin was the last Husker wrestler to eventually go professional in the UFC. So Matt Linlin is the correct answer. Barney wins those 4 tickets. We have 4 more tickets to give away throughout the rest of the day today. And then we're all out. We're all out. We've given away them all. We've given them all away. And we'll do that in an afternoon show. So stay tuned throughout the captain as well as Old School and On the Block as they will give out the rest of our tickets for Saturday's Spring Brawl. Man, Tyler Berger, man.
Love that kid, man.
He's a good dude.
Love that kid.
I don't want to get in the ring with him, though.
No, by no means.
I'm good.
Raffy, take us home, my man.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
$93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy today with an afternoon high near 71. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, partly cloudy. A low near 48. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day. Otherwise, partly sunny with a high near 64. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clinton from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Ahman Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a 4-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Ahman Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershawn Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email Jake at theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett. Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park and join others who share your passion